Fresh new data just came in for month over month and year over year home prices. Did your house go up or down, at least as the whole of the United States? All next on Real Estate Daily. Yes, that article and what is happening to generations here. We're going to go over that tomorrow, but today we're also going to go over new home sales. Are they going up? Are they going down? We're going to go over that. Fresh new data there as well. All today on Real Estate Daily. Welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage markets. Now, before we jump into it, do me a favor, hit that like button. You know, I know that YouTube doesn't like me. We don't like each other. It's a divorce situation. We're separating, trying to figure out the children. But while they're doing it, they're all over me. And so let's get out the best 5 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. Let's get that out there so everyone can see it, because I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm boots on the ground. I'm not someone that's sitting up there that has no real estate license, that is just looking at numbers and skewing them the way they do. All right, so let's jump right into it. You know it, guys. I am a Cobesi letter maxi. So that means I go to the Cobesi letter. Why? Because I just get facts. That's it. I want facts. But these facts continue to back up what I've been saying. All the naysayers out there that continue to say, oh, we're in a housing bubble. I've heard that now for 2 years. Everyone's, a lot of people out there saying, oh, it's going to crash. Well, there's different segments of the market. Number one, first segment, there is resale homes, which that's my forte. Then there's new home sales, which are completely separate, right? Because they have a whole different model and they're doing it for a money-making activity. They don't care about anything except for making money at all costs. And then what you also have is commercial real estate. And that is also taken a huge hit because, with all the poor decisions by governments all across the United States, they're just losing all those spaces, right? People are leaving, companies are leaving. I just saw a report today that companies that have filed for over $10 million in assets actually that they owe out are now at the same at the same level as 2008. So with that being said, we're actually seeing this happen in real time, yet the government continues to say we're not in a recession. Well, let's go look at the numbers. Just in, U.S. home prices rise 1%, almost 1% in July, according to Case-Shiller data, marking a fresh all-time high. Guys, we're at all-time highs. I don't understand how anyone continues to talk about, oh, inventory's blowing up, or there's the housing market's about ready to crash because interest rates keep going up. There's no houses for sale. You can't be stupid. 1 minus 1 equals 0, meaning you have one seller, one buyer, no inventory. Okay? You have what it actually should be is 1 minus 2 equals 0, because there's 2 buyers for every one home. And if there's 2 buyers for every home, that's pushing home prices higher. And there's always one buyer that's going to be not happy about not having a transaction or not having a home. So despite mortgage rates soaring at 7.5%+, the highest since 2000, home prices are up 5 straight months. This is absolute news that should be out there on all medias, and it's not. It's being hidden because that is not what they want you to know. They want you to know that the housing market's the bubble's gonna burst, and fear sells and good news doesn't. Like I always say, if I see Diana Olick on CNBC, I see her face right up against the screen, I know it's negative. When you see her off in the fade, you see her back in the back of the video, you know it's good news because that's not what sells. That doesn't pay her salary. IMO, in my opinion. Year to date, home prices are up 5.3%, which is more than the medium full year average. We're up 5% from last year. This means that home prices are outperforming the S&P 493, which includes S&P 500 minus the 7 tech stocks on a year-to-date basis. All as 8% plus mortgages are on the way and existing home sales hit a 2010 low. How can this end well? Well, it can only end well for people who own houses, right? People who don't own houses, it's not ending well. And tomorrow I'm going to go over that whole millennial Gen Z moving back home, baby. I'm moving back home. And they're moving back home in groves because they can't afford what the government is dishing out. All right, let's jump into the next one. Here it says, sales of newly built homes reverse course, dropped nearly 9% in August. Big deal. What this means is that, hey, all the new builds that are only trying to make as much money off of you are not making as many sales. Why? Because number one, they're typically higher price because they're just going for the most money. Two, on a resale home, I can get it right away. I don't have to wait for it to be built. I don't have to wait for all, the high tax rates all across the United States. Here in Southern California, tax rates on new builds are 1.9 to 2%. Throw on an HOA, forced putting on, solar, and all of a sudden it's expensive. And I know that a lot of people out there are saying, hey, I can afford it. But when it comes to new home builds, I'd rather have a home personally that already has been lived in. It already knows their known defects. I can fix it. I can see it. The person before me sees it. But again, I digress. We're not going anywhere with new home builds. I don't care if they're building or not building. They don't care about whether you get in a house or not. They only care about making money. All right, interest rates may not go up, but they have stopped going up, says Ariel's Charlie Bobrinsko. All right, let's take a look at him. So we understand he thinks that interest rates aren't going up. I understand that. But I actually think they are. I think the Fed is not even close, with OPEC, getting together and really have an effect on our economy because they have cut down the amount of barrels that they're going to send out on a monthly basis. And now we're seeing prices go up. The Fed, the Fed chairman in his stupor said last week that he's not really making any decisions, or the oil prices don't have really anything to do with the CPI or his decisions. I think that's just BS. I think we're in for a big surprise on the end of this year, or maybe even January. I think we're going up 25 basis points next time they meet. Christmas will come, and they might slow it down there, or they might raise another 25. But I know for a fact they're going to raise another 25 in January. I see another 50 basis points rolling over 6%. There's no other way of doing it if they want to get to 2%. And with all this going on, you have all these, all the media out there not giving the Fed enough crap for all the poor decisions that they continue to make. You look at Janet Yellen. Has Janet Yellen, who's running an economy, ever owned a business, ever made payroll, ever? No. How about Jerome Powell? Zero. You're talking about a bunch of people that went to Harvard or Stanford that are making decisions but have never owned a business ever. Get that through your head, people. They are a bunch of PhDs, whatever you want to call them, that have they're just like a rat in a cage. That's all they know. They don't know real world outside the book knowledge. They're not street smart. They're book stupid. That's what I'm calling them right now. You can leave a comment down below if you agree, if you don't agree. I'd love to have a opinion on this. At least one that makes sense. Not saying you're stupid. That doesn't make any sense. But give me a good argument. I love good arguments. All right, let's jump into the rates. We're going up some more. It went up 4 basis points on conforming, went up 6 basis points on FHA, 22 basis points on 15-year conforming. What this is telling you is that we don't want to lend anything to anybody. That's what the lenders are out there because they are really scared about what's happening. Now, imagine this. Why is rates going up? We just went and paused, right? Why we just paused? Why is rates going up? You tune in tomorrow. I'm going over that as well as a few other really juicy topics, including why is Gen Zs and millennials moving back with their parents? Who the hell wants to move with their parents? All next tomorrow. Guys, you take care, and I will see you mañana.